Hey gang, welcome back to Boundless Bay, down here on the QPG main line that we put in last time out. Right, so a couple of things to address today. We've got to crack on with the next part of the build and getting the next station up and running so we can look at getting this train straightened out and facing the right way potentially. If we just fly down this line, it's actually quite a long line. It took me for surprise actually when we did the track ride along, actually how long the line was. And yes, Stephen Spry, if you haven't, go and check out Stephen's channel. He does some good Transport Fever 2 content. You can see here there is a gap in our tunnel. There were budget cuts last time, okay gang? There were budget cuts restraining us from finishing the tunnel. Right, now if you remember one of the rules we put in at the beginning of this series, it was the fact that we couldn't just punch a tunnel in from this side of the mountain, say from here. Zoom in to build from like here through to there, right? Vice versa, if we want to bring the train line around here like I wanted to and then shoot a train line up in here, we're just not doing that. You can see the size of that actual tunnel just to get into this valley or this ravine to get down to these actual stations. So what does that mean going forward for connections? Well, this is my homework to you. Quite often as a viewer, and I've done it myself, I've been able to see other ways to do things better that a content creator can't sometimes, or just there's so much going on you just don't see it. I implore you, if you have an idea on how to get this mainline, this QPG mainline, down into the depths of down here where Glenburn and Port Charles is, so we can get a connection to Masterton is. If you've got an idea, love to hear it. We do have a kind of shorter section here, but like I said, we don't just burr a tunnel through that bigger sort of mountain. I know that we can, I know that we've probably put holes in mountains over this way, but what I've tended to try and do mostly is just sort of skim sections, so that there's not an exactly large part of train station just there. Also, that road's not connected anymore. Realize that? Yeah, so be it. And I know we've got a small tunnel just here, right? That's acceptable because it's a small bit, right? So that's what I'm saying is acceptable. This here is that's not acceptable, right? So that's why we don't just punch one in there too big. So it's causing a bit of mayhem as to how we're going to get that line down. Now, I've had a thought, considering that Masterton is going to be the it's going to be the point at which all lines meet, right? So it's going to have a major station here in Masterton, and that's going to be a bit of fun working that out and getting that sorted out. It means the game has actually put in this lovely goat track road heading up into Gladstone here from Masterton. So here's what I'm thinking. We have a straight end of the line here at Gladstone where we actually then have to do a transfer, right? So it'll have to be via coach or something down the hill, and it's a long distance. We're gonna have to get the old Greyhound buses out, long distance down the hill for a bus to get into for passengers. But hey, sometimes you got to do it. The other option is later on when we get, well, we've got aircraft now. The other option will be to actually send aircraft from this side of the map over to this side. And we might just do that in a light commercial kind of way. Just send smaller planes over there. I think that would be more fitting for a map this size. And having some planes just fly over this big bay would be quite nice also. So that's kind of the thought process now going forward. We can't, I could flatten the mountain a little bit. I don't want to play the map to how it is. And the rule is we can't just punch through. So that's what we're going to look at doing going forward. I think, look, I didn't put this road in. This road was already here. So I think a long Greyhound bus line going down this beautiful goat track that's been put in is going to look fantastic. Look at these cars already on it. You crazy fools. All right, what a nice view it will be riding that bus as well. So what it means today is we can crack on with our line coming out of Queenstown here to head down to Gladstone, and we're going to set it up in the form of basically we're going to skim past the refinery out here under that little mountain there, around this way, squeeze back under that mountain and back that way, much like we did at the other end. We'll just put two loops at each end. We'll set the train off and running. So, where do we kind of want to put the station if that's the case? Well, we kind of, I really don't like when the towns are set up and they've just got these half roads in everywhere. It really sort of, like, do your job, AI, and complete your roads, hey? You know, like, what are you doing down there? What are you doing, game? Right, so now I have to do it for it. It also means it just makes it harder when you're trying to set bus connections up in town. And there's roads that aren't finished where you need them to be finished. Even this, like, this could get a connection down to here. You know, it could just get connected to there. That can get connected to there. Get like a perimeter road in here, hey, something like that. That's horrible. That could do with a roundabout, but for the moment, that's just how it's going to be. I just want to establish a bit of a footing around here for the actual town. Okay, so let's go to passenger services. We are once again going to probably piggyback passenger services with freight. Yep, we're going to be using it. Like I said, it's a main line up here. The main line is going to be handling everything from freight to passengers. All these towns, these 3 towns up here. This farm, what I can do something really lovely up here and really extend this farm out and around this area to paint it up, much like we did over the other side, which will actually give us something really beautiful to come into through to get into town with our buses and leave as well. Nice sort of picket fences along here with all the farmland going on. I think we can get something looking really glorious with that. All right, so the station wise, I just want to check. I can get a sense already that the people are over this corner, and then so look, here's the thing. I think the train station just sits out the back here and we ferry people out here, because what's going to happen, I'm going to go to 240 high speed. Give me 2. We can attach the freight station, like I said, onto the passenger station out here. We can bus people out to this way. I sort of keep it about here. I'm literally just going to bosh that in basically like that at the moment. Now track wise, I'm going to leave the catenary like I said. We're just going to swing you around. We're going to keep this track fairly flat. I'll double track it all the way. It does mean for a big ride through town, but at the same time I don't mind. So you know, like that, yeah, that looks like a long tunnel and you could probably do it there. The point is not the actual length just here. The point is the actual size of the mountain you're going through. Okay, if it looks a bit unrealistic, we're just not doing it. It's just not going to be a thing. Now I'm sort of hurting the town here by putting in a train track barrier basically of where it can and cannot go. That's why I try and go under some of these mountains here so that the town can grow up and over the top of some of them. And having said that, I wouldn't mind going that way a little bit further. The other option is bring the line in, just do a turnaround somewhere. I do kind of want to have the line circumnavigate the actual town. I'm just going to bring it out this way a little bit further because I actually want to clip under these sections just here. Right? I want to clip under these sections, right? Just so it allows the town to grow out a little bit further. And in fact, you know what might be better? I'm not really concerned about speed as well. You know, a lot of people are concerned about how fast the train can get around a bend. Not this little ham. Okay, now we do have a height difference here. This is going to be good actually for us to get over this over that bit of track there. I'm actually down with that. And do I want to leave it viaduct? I don't. I'll tell you what I do want to do. From here, I'm going to leave that at... I'm going to leave that with the actual embankment like that. I'm going to bring a little bit of viaduct here. Like that. Yep. Okay. I want to start bringing this back now, please. You're going to come here. You're going to skim through that section brilliantly. Now trust me, later on when this town actually grows up, you're going to see this beautiful big town with these high rises in the middle and all the suburbs spread out around the train track down out and around here. Now I can already tell that these are obviously different heights going down here at the moment. That's neither here nor... Actually, are they? I think they're about the same, to be honest. Oh wow, look at that. Well, it makes sense. You're coming off the one station at the same level. Let's start just bringing this line up here for a second now, because I want to see how this actually goes. So, all of a sudden, you are gone. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to, I like when you get a bit of snap to the road like that. And you can sort of follow the road just a little bit, and you're nice and parallel with it. You could even come around, maybe out to that. Let's start giving ourselves a little bit of expansion room here now. We need to start going up. We're going to bring the gradual up with it, like that. That actual first gradual incline, I talk about it a lot. The first level, we're just going to keep with that. Now that is probably going to give us what we want, but I'm going to set it at like that. What I do want to avoid is the old roller coaster effect, which we look like we have kind of avoided. We're not going to see until we actually ride it out anyway. And that's the beauty why I do a lot of the track rides when we do them. For the instant, I'm just going to plug you into there. I just want to see what happens here, if I can just do that as well. I think for the most part, it sort of just flattens out about here. That's no good. I don't want viaduct all the way down there. Didn't even see that. That was my bad. Do you need to be really humping like that, or can I just hit that? You know, I don't know if we actually need to go up that high, do we? I feel like we can come down lower a lot quicker. So coming now, sometimes you just got to play with this and see how it goes. If we just connect you all the way to you. Make sure that we delete all of the track, because that will chuck a nana if you don't. Yeah, I'm thinking... Are you starting to come... Well, you're not really, but I think it'll be fine if we just do this. Let's just bring that hump down just a slight. Plug that in for me. What's throwing it off is this actual massive embankment here. But what I'm actually looking for now is a smooth transitions. Because I lowered the hump out of it, basically, I think that's just a corner, so that's what's throwing that off. I think it'll be okay. We need to just sort of now give it a look. Where's my second bit of track I was bringing out and around? Okay, now I know I don't need all the double tracking yet, but we're just going to put it in now. We're going to get it ready for future proofing. It's going to be done. Also ham. Yeah, I'm well aware of what I've just done. I wonder if you are too. Well, you know what? This actually might work out better for us. Because I'm actually going to drag this thing all the way up here now. Just to see if we get a better actual run for that. That's, yeah, and exactly what I thought. We're going to now get a better run up there without being so steep. So yeah, sometimes the longer you can set a line out, the less roller coastery it's going to be, and the flatter kind of effect you'll get from it. So that's actually good. I'm going to continue that all the way through there. Up into there. Now, what we've got here, we've got a split off going that way, right? We know we're pretty flat to here. However, I do like to, so I'm going to try and do this for a sec. I'm going to try and get this. I'm actually going to use a little bit of ground leveling here. Like this, right? Because I need to try and get a bit of track here that looks like a nice junction. I'll fix all this up later to make it look good, but for the moment, this is how we've got to do this. Okay, so we're going from this junction here out to there. And then we're going from this one here out to there. Okay, that's okay so far, but what I want to do now is I will delete you back to there. Right, and I will take you guys out. Damn it. That didn't quite work how I wanted. It just deleted that whole section there that I needed to keep. Which is not too bad because I can get you to there. Right. So, that's brilliant. That's all I need left on there. Because now we can literally get a nice smooth transition onto these lines just here. Like a so. And then we get a nice smooth run on. This is exactly what I was looking for right through here, okay? Otherwise, now the reason why I do that is because you just end up with something like this. And that's fine. That's all good and fine having a junction like that. Absolutely. And we'll probably have a few like that when we start to quad track this or whatever for freight. But when I'm actually putting in like I'm converging 2 lines into, or basically 4 lines into 2, that's how I like to do my junctions. Okay. I like to do it. It just looks neat. It looks, I don't know, it just looks right. Okay. Right, so we've established our train track. It's quite a big train track around here. You could almost do a second stop on this side of the town. Now that's interesting. And the second stop over this side of town could have the connection for the bus route down to there. Hey, let's do it. Who's feeling a bit bold and a bit excited about this? I am. We've kind of got to think about it. The farm people out here can have it. That means there's a train station there. The next train station should probably go like here. On this side, like it should be opposite, shouldn't it? So we kind of need to actually take this out now. I think this would be kind of cool. I haven't run 2 train stations in one town for a while, but I think sometimes it's quite fun to do it. It means we might just have to take our line back to about there and to about here. Because what we need to do is flatten a little bit of land. See, I am going to need that track to get my level. Right, so we're leveling off this. It's our station over there. So I kind of want it about, I kind of do want it about here. Unfortunately, it does interrupt with this bit of mountain that I didn't want to really affect, but it is what it is. So, if we just say that we're going to come to about there. Now, this train station, I'll run it like that. It doesn't need to be that big though, does it? It's you know what? I'll run it this big. Yeah, okay. Is that the inside bit of track you've taken there? Or the outside? Ooh, good question. That is the outside. The inside, I meant. So now plug that in like that. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of editing to this because we're going to actually completely delete that. Because we potentially, I need to rotate it. I want the actual station part in town. I could have just fixed it then. But what I'm actually going to do, because we're going to have bypass tracks out the side here for potential freight to come out that way. I'm going to configure this because I want it to look like... I want it to look like, A, it's a passenger service, but B, I want it to look like a little bit more rural and a little bit more like it's going to have a freight section through it. So, we're going to throw in non-catenary high speed. These are almost like bypass tracks. I'm going to leave them for the moment because we can potentially put cargo on it later. But you get what I mean. So there's going to be instantly, passengers can still rattle through this way, but the freight can rattle on the back side of it. And so on and so forth, right? So that's how we're going to look at that. I'm going to plug this in. I do love a cheeky little bit of tunnel. It allows us to get some roads up and over as well. I'll leave that carved out for the moment, just until we figure out what we're going to do there later on. But having 2 stations set up, because look at the distance between the towns, it's still a fair distance. Right? So, building wise, give me a couple of bus stops. How do we want to do this? I'm going to go 30 meter. We're going to actually set up a tram system in town, I think, too. What's going on with this place? You know what? If we're going to do this, give me something decent to work with. So let's go like that. Let's go like that. Right. Let's go then. One in the middle. Hey, diddle diddle. One in the middle. In the middle. That's in the middle. Then I'm just going to go buildings all the way along here. Right, they can go there. That is a entrance there, but I don't know if I want. I kind of want a smaller part of the building. Yes, that's how I want that to look. Brilliant. Right. We only need one stop here like this, and it's going to go like that. Configure street access in there. Brilliant. Do you want street accesses out here? I don't think. Well, you know, you could. Yeah, sure. Because I might run a looped tram system around. Well, what's the point of a looped tram system around? You just need, realistically, buses that are going to ferry people here, aren't you? Yeah, I think we'll save the trams for a different town. If we loop a tram system around, then they're just going to pick up and drop everyone here. Whereas if I do two, so if I do a bus route from this half of the town to here, and a bus route from this half of the town to here, that will probably help our connection points. So this one here, I'm actually going to leave as a smaller station. Yeah, I'm actually going to leave it as the smaller station. We're even going to give it a slightly smaller area just here. And you can see here just how there's only, yeah, maybe I need to configure it. We've only got one entry point and it's actually wreaking havoc on how I'm going to do it. I'm still going to keep it as small. However, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to give us a central building, which is non-entry. Then I'm going to give us entry buildings either side. Then I'm going to go a couple of smaller ones down there like that. That to me is much better. Because now what it means is, if you look at that, we now have, see those little blue tabs? They're sort of like connection points between, for the passengers and for the, well, for the people to traverse basically in and out of the stations and stuff. So that's basically what I want there. I need to get you centralized just a little bit. Look, I would say probably about there, so I'm going to leave it. And we're going to give you the old flickaroo that way. Do we want to give you one here? I want to keep you not the same as the other one. Same, but kind of different, if that makes sense. Let's get some street action now. Here's something I would like to do. I would prefer to run a road like this, like a perimeter road. If I can get this right, which I think I can. Brilliant. But I think I can do that better. Much better. Go away. Right. Keep it going. What are you thinking here? I think we're going to actually join up basically just there. So I'm going to take you to there. Swing you there. But we are actually going to upgrade this. I'm going to have all main roads out here. Keeping you nice and flat. Beautiful. Right, so we've got a lovely, big, thick ring road for transportation around the outside. Yeah. This road here could just have a little tidy up. Like that. Yeah. Now you can swing it around like that. It can have a slight kink in it. I don't mind that. Right. That is that ring road. Then you can obviously get things like this where it wants to just, the road keeps going up. That's fine. I'm going to let it do that. Let it do its thing there. We'll have a connection to here now, please. Right. We will have, we'll just put regular connections to there. Yeah, it's going to be better. And there, do I want it? No, maybe I don't. Maybe we'll just do it to there. And what we'll do is we'll actually set a nice little grid pattern just here. Right. Brilliant. And there's a main road there, but we won't go with the main road there. We'll just do this. Right. Yeah, we'll kind of encourage it that way. I went to go put pipes in then. Like City Skylines. Now, if you're wondering about City Skylines, why there has been another episode of Bigger Smooth, it's because I have not transferred over the files from the old system to the new computer yet. It's a lot more work than you'd think, and lately I just haven't had time. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. Do I want some waypoints out here? I'm going to go with it now. We're probably going to be ending up... I don't want waypoints everywhere. Actually, I'll keep that one, but this one we don't need. I want to run some signal work as well. So we will run signals out of here. I haven't done any switches yet or anything. We're not going to really worry about that too much just yet. We actually only have one train on here at the moment. Now I know that's viaduct. That's a long span of bridge without actually. I did not mean to delete that road then. Yeah, it's a long span of old matey without actually doing anything. Now, this will probably kick and scream at me for what I just did. But that's better. Well, actually, that was fine before. It's when you get this one in. Yeah, that one doesn't like it, does it? What is going on here? Yeah, that's better. You know, I'm all good for the clean look, but when you've got just stone, as far as the eye can see, yeah, I can see train accidents coming a mile away. Okay, right, so let's bish bash bosh a couple of more signal work here. We're gonna have to worry about this, so we'll be coming down that way, coming up this way. So if you have to come this way, you're gonna wait there, and you're gonna have to wait there. I think that's right. Yeah, we'll leave that for the moment. Right, and then we'll come down here. And we'll start to fly into town. Here comes the dog down the stairs. And then back out, obviously. Now, this allows us to run trains up and down both different lines, which is actually quite good. So we might actually do that this time, and we've got another split junction just here. So I think we said this way, autosave, then that one, and that one. I think that's how we're going to do that. Now, it's going to potentially upset the apple cart what I'm doing here in terms of the train that we've got going on at the moment. I'm going to put that signal there. I'm not going to put a signal on the outside there. Alright, so has that upset your line? No, your line is still just going along, doing what it's doing. It's going to get a change up very shortly. Right, so before I get this connection up, because we're probably going to have to run maybe 2-3 trains on that line, because when you think about it, it's quite a big line. Okay, what we're going to have down here also, this is where we're going to leave. We're going to depart from here to head down the hill into Masterton for our connection point as well. Now, it means that we are going to be running a train line from Glenburn I don't know if we're going to be running around this coastal line here, which will be quite cool, into Port Charles, and then Port Charles all the way down to Masterton. And that is how, if you're from Glenburn or Port Charles, that is how you've got to get to Gladstone, Queenstown or Palmerston, is by getting the country link down to Masterton and the bus link up to Gladstone. It's tough traveling. It's how it just has to go for a bit until we get into the modern age. We're only in the 40s at the moment, so you can understand my hesitation to just want to plow things through mountains like we have. I will go ahead and just smooth some of this off now. Then we'll bosh in a heap of a heap of buses. Yep, that's the word. Just let me fix this up. I can do a lot of this in my own time, but for the moment I do like to just get it looking semi-decent, you know. We've got the cash too at the moment as well. Right, get that looking up there. The more I can get this looking a little bit more natural through here, the better it's going to be visually as we ride. Right, so just nice through there. Let's get a few smoothing areas. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this now, but we're doing it now. Alright, we've got a nice bit flat bit of tracks through here. This is really good because it allows the AI to build up on here if it wants to. Right. Okay, so we need a couple of downtown bus stops. I love how we've got grids, but then we've got this sort of off-camber looking section of the actual town here. Let's go buildings-wise. We're just going to go with a regular bus stop. So, we're going, like I said, we're going to do this in halves. You know what might be good is if we put a main street down here. Would actually be excellent, wouldn't it? I don't think we're going to be able to get it. Do that one, we can do that one, we can do that one, we can do that one. We can do that one. It hurt. It has hurt our town drastically doing that. Game doesn't care. Can we do this? Is this a fun little thing we can do? Sure it is, but then you get that horrible mess. Can I soften it out? No. The game does not like that, Ham. It's okay with that and that. Yeah, I can accept that. Oh no, I can't accept that though. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, we'll fix this road to make it do this. We can just come out like this a little bit. That is not acceptable. I wonder if we just smooth this out. Maybe we redo that tunnel section just there. And that should fix it. That has indeed fixed that. Is the other end okay? The other end's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's good. I was hoping that we could get this to go in as a tunnel in there, but it did not. It gives us a good middle. Like, it gives us good main road out there and main road in here for traffic support too for this place. Somehow I envisage Gladstone, it's going to do wonderful things. I hope. Don't let me down, Gladstone. Okay, buildings. This one here. Alright, so we're going to head straight down onto this road. We're not going to use bus stops on this main loop road. We're going to come out of here, turn down into town, and first stop there. Then we're going to come up here. We're going to turn onto the main street here. Before potentially heading up here if we can. I think we can. And going there. We'll put a bus stop. Maybe we'll put a bus stop like here. Come down here. It's got some nice fun roads. Maybe come down here. I think maybe just there. Right. Before heading back up this way. Another bus stop there. Then you have to come back out here. The bus stop there. And then you can come back in that way. Also, give me a street connection just here, please. Oh, I think I've just realized what I did. I made those all country roads, didn't I? No, 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 what are you doing, Ham? You had it right the first time. Oh, my bad. Well, did I have it half-half? Have I? I think I completely stuffed that, but I think we're okay now. I think I fixed it. Eek. Right, so that is that side of the town. So potentially, hopefully we'll get you to come out this way and down this way. You know what? I can rectify that by telling it to do exactly that. We can put a waypoint in here. So I do want to tell this, yeah, you can come to there. I do want to tell this, I want to tell it where to go. I'll tell you where to go. And I want you to come this way. Back into that way. I know I have these little side streets here. It's more for a extra connection. Okay, let's just chuck this line into now. Right, so new line is going from here. We're going to hit that. We're going to go there. Yeah, you don't like that turning like that, do you? Can I tell you to be on lane 2? Yeah, then you can turn. So that's the thing with waypoints now on these large roads. You can tell them to take lane 2 so you can get your turn. Just if you didn't know, FYI. It's quite a handy thing. It's a new iteration that came in with the spring update, I'm pretty sure last year. Then we're coming around to here where we're stopping there. This is going to be a little bit trickier. And why would you go and do that? Ah, wait, hang on. After this one, go to there. No, hang on. Silver Street. Yeah, I want you to go there. Yeah, that's better. Then the hardest thing is, I don't know if you're going to be able to get down there. Yeah, because we haven't given you enough distance just here. What if we put the bus stop back here further? Right? And then we put a waypoint in here. Oh dear. I did not mean to delete that. Now I've lost all the cool buildings. We've lost all the cool buildings thanks to Ham. Can I... Clicking the wrong waypoint thing, that's why. Okay, try that again. So, our lines. Take out 3rd Street. Take out 8th Street. Back to here. You're going to come 3rd Street. Did I not just take... That's the waypoint 2. Into Silver Street. Yeah, that's right. Add a station down to here. Right. Then come here. But then I want you to be on lane 2. Then you're going to come down to here. No, yeah, see, it doesn't like that. What if we tell you to get to lane 2 a little bit closer? So if I tell... Well, you want to go up there. No, that's encroaching into the other half. You know what? Maybe we will come up here. Sure. That's the way it's going to make things better. We'll have you come down here. Because if you look at it, that is more half of the town there. Yeah, I can accept that. Then what we'll do... Yeah, you can still come to there and then back out this way. Add station, that one. Brilliant. Turning up there, going down there. Then you're going to come here. That's even more brilliant. Then you're going to come back up here. Right. So you come down there, back up here, swing around, swing into here. And I didn't even need to tell it to go that way. Brilliant. That is our first. So we're going to call this glad commuter. Actually, city commuter, isn't it? City flyer. City flyer. Number 1. Okay, number 1. And I'm going to copy that. Control C. We're going to make you, we'll make you green. We'll make you the brightest of greens. Right, so Glad City Flyer number 1. Right, it was definitely head scratcher, that's for sure. Now we got to do it all again here. So new line. I'm going to go Control V. I'm going to go number 2. We're going to keep you, I'll keep you pink at the moment just so I can see where we're going from. But basically, oh, I just had a big screen tear. Basically, I want to get in my bus stops now as well. So we're going to be coming out of here. We'll shoot, we'll dart straight downtown here, right? So I might just chuck a waypoint in like here. Right, tell it to be lane 2 so it can do its turn and everything. Right, so building 1, yeah, I mean, stop 1 is there. We'll have a stop 2 here. We'll opposite these stops just there like that. We'll come through to this section. We will then come down to here. A little bit more straightforward, this one, isn't it? We can literally just come through town like this, swing around and back out to this way, which we will come to like there. Let's see how that connects up now. So we are going to go there. I'm going to tell you to go here. Like I said, lane 2. I'm going to come into here. That'll help us turn. We've got a connection there. You probably could have come back a little bit further. I will leave it for the moment there. Yeah, they're all a little bit close, those ones, but that's okay. So you're going to shoot down this way around there, into there, then back into the stop there. Brilliant. I'm going to set you off as bright green as well now. So we've got Gladstone City Flyer 1 and 2. Let's get some buses on those, shall we? So give me my... Now all this is in the hopes that this actually does kick off and work. Running 2 stations in a town in one city can be quite costly, meaning you don't often make all of the money that you really want to. We'll go with the Fuso. Actually, you know what? We'll go 1, 2, 3, 6. Right, 6 will go on Glad 1, and the other we'll put this. We'll put the Gagger now. Although that's 10, that's 8, isn't it? We just got to run them all the same. Okay, on number 2. Right, so that's our buses sorted for Gladstone. Right, you with us? Everyone still with me? Brilliant. Let's sort out this QPG line. Now I'm going to pause things because our train is going to be doing weird and wonderful things if I'll upset it basically. Manage the line. I am going to do something here where we actually delete the whole line. So, starting at this way. Basically we can just run straight up to here, I think, can't we? Yeah, that's better. Then run to this waypoint. And run to that. Okay, it took me 2 goes, but we got there. And then, yeah, back around to there. So Queenstown should get 2 stops. Queenstown, and the rest is history. Now that's going to make this junction much better. Right, and then the good news with that is we can eventually run trains going opposite directions, but we've definitely got plenty of flow for our trains to be rolling around on this line. Okay, so the QPG main line, I'm going to leave it that color too because I'm down with that color. Where is our train actually? What did that just say? Oh yeah. Hey buddy, where are you? Which way are you running? I bet it's running the complete wrong way now. Which it is. Let's get a bit of speed up. Somehow I'm gonna have to get this turned around, or we just sell it and I get new trains on it. How's it doing? It's actually making alright money. And the train comes in the station, back out, and it's gone. I'm gonna get shot with it. Okay, we're gonna buy some new trains. I would say on this map, down here might be a good spot for a big, large depot. Or up in here. For the moment, we're just going to sit our depot up in here. Okay. Doesn't have to be special. It's not permanent. It's temporary. Okay. Just so you FYI, it's a temp one. And we're literally just running onto there. We don't need to worry about running any other direction. So, right, how's our bus? Oh, look, people are already in and around town. Look, the AI can do whatever it wants with its funny little streets from here on out. We've established what we want. It can even grow out this way. It's got plenty of room to grow each way, each and every way. And we can set some bridges off for it and all that sort of stuff too. We can even upgrade this road here. Just to let the AI know, hey, if you really want to, go out that way. Same with this way. If you really want to, go out that way. Okay? If your really hearts can set on it, you can do it. Right, trains. We're going to run, I'm just going to run the one train on it, am I? Or two? We're going to run something that does 115. So we're going to run this Class S or the SU. This one's got 105. I think we're going to run the... Good price difference. We're going to run the S. We're going to put we've only got 2 to choose from, 20 or 19. That's 40 ton, that's 35 ton. So not much of a difference. We're going to run the 40 capacity. I'm going to run 2 of these trains. We're going to set them on the QPG mainline. Right now they're only 40 a piece. We're going to get this one held out. You're actually going to hold for a bit. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, they're gonna, we're gonna wait. So you're just gonna hold for a second, please. You just wait. We're gonna get this train down the other end, basically. And then we're gonna ride this one out, okay? So it's a big ride along today, gang. We're going to ride from here down to Palmerston and back up into Gladstone. So we're going to go through this station at Gladstone Annex. We should give them better names. We're going to come back to actual Gladstone. Right, that will be our track ride today. Also, you know what you didn't do? I didn't. Yeah, I need to watch this one go because I actually can't see. I think it's running like there. Now, yeah, it's going along the road side now. So this is going to be a good test to see if our track is running up and down hills and bumps and stuff. There were a few lumps and bumps, I think, through here where they were running over road sections. I'll have to have a look at that later. But either way, that's it for today, gang. Please stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more actions. I've put out a video about Starfield and what it's going to mean to the channel. Go and check that out. If you're unsure about what's going to happen with regular content. Billy's Bluff Season 2 will be starting next week. However, Starfield will be kicking on the channel in the interim for the next, for the weekend and the week following. So mid next week, towards the end of next week, is when Billy's Bluff Season 2 will kick in. Alright, exciting times. This train's almost down in Palmerston. Once it gets through there, we're going to kick off the track ride. Please enjoy this today. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen, gang. And get out of here. We'll go in 2 times as well. 2 times is just going to be a nice speed for us. Alright, enjoy it.